Wow, hi everybody. Okay, this is Roach. Lucky enough to have 300 acres to play on. Landowner's given me permission, which is, incredible, but I'm here pretty much on my own. Private property, there is public footpaths across the property, so there may be kind of people in the background. 27 acres of lakes right on the River Thames, and this is my little setup. Literally just sort of driven the truck into a bit of dead ground, set it up as usual, and I'm here for the next 48 hours. So this is the property as it goes down to the river. So the tree line in the far distance, just on the other side of that beautiful green field, is the boundary with the River Thames. Who's that? Okay. Who's that? Hey, who's that? Good boy. Good boy. Bit preoccupied with the sheep. So with all the forestry that's gone on and estate maintenance, there is loads of firewood absolutely everywhere, so I didn't need to bring any with me. Okay, so it's 20 to 4, time to get a bit of food at least prepared. I'm going to go for the kind of Thai green curry again, only because I had a few people that wanted more ingredients than how I made it, so that's what we're doing. I'll bring you in a bit closer, I'll show you. So just talk you through the ingredients. So I bought some cod fillets because they were cheap. I've just bought a stir-fry chilli and garlic sauce, got some green vegetables, some mushrooms, some noodles, and a packet of stir-fry kind of mixed veg really. A couple of tins of sardines if I want to kind of pack it out, but that is basically the ingredients for our evening meal. Okay, so nothing more complicated than getting a kind of packet of mixed veg. So we got kind of broccoli, peas, beans, normally some leeks in there, a couple of knobs of garlic butter, and you literally just throw it in the pan and that's that. I'm just going to zip this broccoli down a little bit to kind of mouth size pieces really, so I'll bring you back in a second. Okay, so really straightforward. I'm starting with the hardest vegetables first, so in goes the broccoli, like I say, got beans, leeks, a few peas. What could be simpler? And drop of oil that's already been warmed up, so that's basically the kind of crux of it. Got a packet of stir fry, so I'm going to probably bosh in half of that. So in there we've got peppers, carrots, spring onions, and a bit of lettuce, a bit of spinach. And all I'm going to do now is put that on to warm through. Then I'm going to put about maybe 3/4 of a cup of water in there, put a lid on it, and I'm just going to steam it. Next thing, again, you know, love a bargain, so little packet of mushrooms. I'll probably use half of these, going to cut them in half, just bosh them in the top, just to pack the meal out really. Okay, so there's our mushrooms, they're going in the pan. Yum, bubble gum. Next thing we're going to do, so again, just a bit of cod, so cod fillets, and just going to zip them down into kind of mouth-sized pieces, and they're going to go on top. Last thing we're going to do is put in the sweet chilli and garlic stir-fry sauce. and that's really going to be us. Depending on quantity, might throw in a few noodles, but what could be simple? So literally just zipping these fillets down into, like I say, sort of mouth-sized pieces, depending on how big your mouth is, of course. So chunks, you know. And then what I'm going to do is just flash fry them off in some This is the point where you could add a little bit of sea salt and maybe some pepper if the mood kind of took you, but really I'm just going to let that flash fry off for a couple of minutes, and then I'll be putting all the ingredients together with the stir-fry sauce. In with the sauce. So you know me, I'm all about precise measurements. I've sort of said 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup of water, and all that fluid is going to do really is just give us some steam to steam off our vegetables. Right, if Lone Wolf is watching, and I'm sure he is, I did invite him, everybody, and he said he couldn't come. He couldn't come because even James Bond has to have a night off, and Rich, being such a good looking lad, has that to cover, you know, so he doesn't get any of this beautiful fresh vegetable cod fillet chunks stir fry. As always, ladies and gentlemen, service. So you know, really straightforward, really simple, you know, nice stir fry in the field, didn't cost a lot of money. Pretty much all the ingredients were reduced in my local kind of supermarket. So, and I defy anybody to turn around and say that they would be disappointed and still hungry. With that. That really is service, everybody. Okay, normally this is where Lone Wolf would do the kind of independent taste test, but we are honoured to have Wild Soul V with us, done over a little plate of food, and this is where you say it's absolutely amazing.
Okay, I'm at Restaurant Roach, and my verdict is, that's rather small, man. Oh, hot.
Of course it's hot.
5-star. What else can I say?
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to eat my food. Right, don't want to let it get cold, but really looking forward to it. It's the second time I've done it. I hope that is the kind of step-by-step that a few people out there wanted that didn't get it last time. Really straightforward and really kind of tasty. So I've been on a bit of a diet since Christmas, as most people know. To date, Roach has lost 15.5 pounds, and I think mainly I've done it through I sort of cut down on alcohol. I haven't been eating red meat, so I've been eating loads of fish and chicken, loads of fresh vegetables, and fruit and yogurt really for my breakfast. So if I've got an explanation, really, it's just reverting back to fresh fruit and veg. My parents were greengrocers when I was growing up, so that's what I kind of grew up on, and I'm just going back to fresh fruit and veg really, and I'm cutting out all of the processed food that I used to sort of grab on the go, you know, and it has done me no end of good. I certainly aren't walking around starving, you know, by any stretch of the imagination. But that's my 2p if anybody is after losing a bit of weight. So let's have a taste. I have to turn around and say those stir-fry chili sauces are really packed with flavour. You know, they've got sweet chili, ginger, garlic. It's really is a nice kind of zing to your food. We were just talking about how we're sort of, going into spring and how many more people are around. We've been very fortunate to get access to this little spot. Like I say, we've had 300 acres to play on. A friend of a friend knew the landowner. I just sort of contacted him and said, hello, do you mind if I come and have a camp out? And he said, fill your boots. And here we are. So we've had 48 hours away. And it has been, as always, just what the doctor ordered. I'm going to crack on and eat this food before it gets cold, but bring you back for a little bit of... So Roach's diet, kind of isn't an absolute, so I have had a drink since Christmas, and I have eaten wheat, and I have had red meat, but this is really just a sort of declaration of intent, I suppose, where given a choice, I have prepared myself other foods. So this is what I was talking about, just reverting to eating what I ate as a kid, which was kind of fresh fruit and vegetables. All I'm going to do with this is kind of divvy it up and just have half each sort of thing on a plate. A little bit of fire prep. Still using my Council Tools axe, and still really impressed with it. I think that's going to be my chopping block. I'm going to split some kindling down. Don't be frightened to use a chicken stick, people. Much better than zipping off a finger in the middle of nowhere. Let's get this zip down to some kindling. As always, a little wadge of my homemade firelighters in a pine cone, and spark it up. Could put a piece of inner tube on there just to make sure it goes. I've got a couple of these big pine cones, so that's going to be the basis of our little fire. They really do spark up a treat. What you need to do is just pick them up when they are, lying all over the ground. I've lifted the fire up off of the cold metal base because it just doesn't help the fire any if it's lit on a freezing cold base. Didn't bring a pint of beer with me this time. I haven't really had a drink since Christmas, it's my weight loss thing that I've been on. But it seems to be working for me, and I'm never really been a big drinker anyway, so can't say I'm missing it really. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's our evening campfire lit.